Cheers everyone, get a Sonia Bernard linked by ink independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. My cup today, this is for Sumter. I'm not sure I'm saying it right. This is here locally in Charleston, South Carolina. So my family, my husband and my daughter and I, we went out to this fort, the ruins of it, and that's when I realized that's where the American Civil War started. Who knew? Well, apparently a lot of people, but not me. History was not my jam. So, especially American history, growing up in Australian school. Anywho's, okay, so today I'm going old school. I'm going to teach you something that is an oldie but a goodie, and it's quick and easy. We love quick and easy, even when it comes to techniques. They don't have to be a big mess. Like some of the things I've done have been really messy, a lot of drying stuff with heat guns. This is simple, and I like simple. So today we are using, let me show you, the Dainty Delight. These are both from the mini and the two-tone Flora stamp sets. And if you want to know where they are in your mini catalog, I have them bookmarked with my vellum. You can find the two-tone Flora on page 16, right there. There's a gorgeous suite. And then you can find the Dainty Delight on page 55. There we go. And remember, we've got some DSP in the Celebration catalog. Oh, excuse me. My coffee's coming back up. I just ate some pizza, cold pizza, let's be honest. Sorry. So, yeah, there's some Dainty Delight matching paper in Celebration. And I am using this Dandy Designs pack. Look how big this pack of paper is. There's an assortment of colors and patterns in there. All nice and wonderful, wonderful colors. And it is on page 14. Look at that. I actually bought this die here because I saw these. I was like, I need to make some of these for my in-person card classes and my customers who order. Surprise! Spoiler alert. Let's see if I get that done. I'm still behind on my calendars and we're in February. Okay, so that you spend $100, you get it free with a $100 purchase. It's so worth it. It's a great big paper pack. It's huge. How many? I think it's like 48. Yeah, 48 sheets in here, 12 by 12. It's hefty. And it's so versatile. Okay, what is the kissing technique? Well, let's turn this down and let's get started, okay? Let me just give it a minute so it'll line up so I can see. I tried to put my my paper trimmer here so I know where to stay, because it does get a little hard sometimes. So the kissing technique is basically pairing two colors and two stamps together. Now, to do this, you really want one that is pretty blank, has, you know, not a lot of detail on it. And then you want one that's got lots of detail. And originally I was doing this with the milkshake die, you know, that the milkshake stamp set. And I was trying to do it with that, and it just wasn't working the way I wanted it to work. So you get your lighter color. We've got Fresh Freesia and Gorgeous Grape. And we are going to do the solid in the lighter color and then the dark on the detail. So any stamp you have, this one kind of fits on there. You want it to kind of fit on there. It doesn't even fit the right way, but it fits this way and it still looks cute. So when I'm using these photopolymer stamps, I kind of like roll them in the ink to get a nice even coat. And I always find when pressing with these photopolymers, you need to let it sit on the paper just a little bit longer to let that ink really soak from the stamp to the paper, whereas these tend to ink quicker, like the ink comes off quicker. That's just my opinion from what I have discovered personally. So we're going to ink our patterned stamp there. And then this is why you want to put the lighter onto the dark. You don't want the dark onto the lighter. Okay. This is very juicy, so I'm going to try to get it even. Very juicy. You see all that? Making a mess. Okay, and then carefully you will kiss them together. It might feel a little slippery, so you don't want to smush it back and forth. You just want to, mwah. Okay, and then we're going to get our stamp pad because it just stamps better on here. And we are going to press that down, and you'll see as the color kind of soaks in, you'll get rid of all of those clear parts. The part I had the most problem with was the very center of this die. I mean, I keep calling stamp sets dies today. Don't know. I'm a little... Oh, my cat just ran in and out of the room with, I think, one of my daughter's clothing. So, I don't know what that's about. She kept me up all night last night. Okay, so we see what's happening here. Oh, my goodness. That's a camisole kitten. Oh, Lord. Okay, so this is going to dry a little bit different than what it looks. Let me show you the color difference on how that's going to dry. It is going to me, it lightens up a little bit. So, sorry, I'm so distracted by this kitten. So then you're going to want to clean the light colored stamp off. Okay. This is live. Well, it's actually not live, but I'm doing it live. But come here, kitten. No, no ma'am. No ma'am. That is not for you. That's my daughter's camisole. Okay. Yeah, I don't have time to redo this, so I'm doing it, you know, and this is what we get. Sorry about that. Okay, so you can re-ink that again. And then this one, I didn't clean it off. I just stamped over the top. Okay. And then press that. Mwah. Little kiss for you. And I am leaving enough space so that I could die cut those images out. And for the card I created, I just made 2. Now you can do this with anything that you have in your stash that is smooth and then something detailed. Okay, and 2 different colors. Get something with some contrast. I tried it with Calypso Coral and I think pretty a light pink color, and it did not come out with as much oomph. Now I did have some, I did have one that I did earlier. Oh, of course. This is just, here we go. Oh, I can show you. There we go. So these are ones I was working out earlier, and I did try with a dotted pattern. This is a background stamp. Didn't like the way that looked, so I switched to the Dainty Delight stamp, and I got this. And then that's where I decided to do this color. And here, can you see, it has, you can still see it, it's just very, very subtle. And let me show you one more thing that you can do with this real quick. Now this I got to clean my stamp set for. Because this, just say, oh, well, I don't have 2 purples. I don't have 2 oranges. I don't have 2 pinks. I've only got 1. That's all I have. What can I do with 1? But I do have the stamps. Here's what you can do. So I'll do this. Actually, let me try it in the darker. Let's see what happens. So we're going to stamp this up with the Gorgeous Grape. And then, with nothing on here, we're going to kiss it. Mwah. And this should give us a void pattern. Let's see. There we go. So it gives it some detail there. It looks like you've done 2 different colors of ink and you've actually only done 1. Okay, and then what's left on this, just out of pure curiosity, oh, so you have a section 2. It actually inked it. So there you go. So you can see where you have that little void. It's very, very subtle on here on the light one. It's a little more distinct here on this darker one. And of course, when it dries, it's going to be a little different. As you can see with this one here, there is a difference as our inks dry. Oh, if I just move that a little bit better so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Yeah. So the color does change as the inks dry. Okay, so let me show you the the card I actually created. I used a couple of leaves. Now, I was going to stamp these, but I just used the paper. Okay, I used this leaf set from the two-tone flora and some granny apple green. And I ended up doing 3 of these. I'm just going to stamp it so you can see which one I'm talking about. It's so cute. And it cuts out with the die. So both the leaf, the foliage, and the flower cut out with the dies from the two-tone flora set. And you can see here's the die for that one. So you can run them through with your die cutting machine. I used my mini Stampin' Cut and Boss because it was perfect fit for that. So you can play with that, play with all different stamps. I want to see what you create. I want to see what you come up with. So many combinations, because I'm sure you have old stamps, new stamps. I want to see what you make. So I took fresh freesia, which I'm just in love with. We know I love fresh freesia. And it's going away, and we don't like that it's going away. But that's life. There'll be a new colour to come and take my heart. But here it is. Maybe it'll carry over. Stranger things have happened. Okay, so that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is your typical 5 1/4 by 4. And we just glued that down. And there we go. And you can see the different patterns on this paper. You don't want something too loud because your flower's already kind of loud. Apparently I need a new glue. When you start to get low on these glues, give them a good tap. Put the lid on and tap them. Sounds like someone knocking at the door when you do it, but there is a lot of residual glue stuck to the sides. So loud, annoying, but you'll get a whole lot extra glue out of these. So don't be wasting your glue. And then, okay, so my original card, I'm just going to show it to you. I did this with this second row of the fresh freesia. This is a little loose, but oh well. And then we have the flowers and the foliage. But my friend Becca I was showing her this morning because I was rushing trying to get this done. And she's like, oh, how would vellum look under that? And I was like, yeah, you know what? I think that would look really cute and really softens it. So this is something, I know it's technically not a technique, but it is not, because it's going to help soften the look of this card just by simply switching out this piece of paper with this vellum. Don't forget, I always forget my vellum. It's in your stash, use it. If it's not, get some, it's really good. So this is a 4 3/4 by a 3.5 piece. And so we're just going to glue this scalloped piece of basic white. You know, I use the scallop edge dies, and it's the second to largest to get that. I always tell you what I'm using just in case you want to recreate, because I'm not giving a list. But if you do want to recreate, that's what I'm using. And that paper is from that celebration pack. So if you want to get your hands on that before it goes away. Remember, celebration ends February 28th. So does our amazing join offer. It's so good. If you'd like to join, come join my team. We'd love to have you. We are growing and growing, and we love to create, and we love to hang out, the people who are local, the people who are not, keep up with them on Facebook. I do live Zooms, so you always feel you're a part of the team. And that's if you get into the Facebook. I have a team Facebook group. I can't help those who don't jump in there. So, okay. So I'm just wrapping some linen thread around here. And I'm going to tie a little bow. I think the little one will be great. I was trying to tie it a little tighter because my last one was a little loose, but might have got a little too tight now. Okay. Whoops. Going out for the camera again. Sorry. So, let's just snip that off. And then I will use dimensionals. But we're not going to put the dimensionals where you can see the, where you can see them. You're going to put them behind the scalloped contour die cut, because vellum is see-through, and this will help those. I didn't do that on the last card, but that will help those that twine, if I can speak today, stay in place. My little kitten, who's like 4.5 months now, she decided I did not need to sleep last night. She decided it was playtime half the night. Make sure you've always got your card open the right way. And we're just going to layer that down. And I put just one dimensional on the side because I'm going to have this hanging over a little bit. And so I put the sentiment first. Now that little, can't speak. That little die is from the Stylish Shapes dies, and it's the second largest one here. I do love this one. It's a fun size. The best is yet to come, fits in perfectly, and that is from Dainty Delight. So when you're lining that up, just put your B as far over as possible to the left and it will fit in wonderfully. It might take well, if you have the dies, you can stamp it and then die cut it. It's always easier. And then I've cut the leaves and our cute little flowers. They are adorable. And we're going to put, I just put a little bit of glue. I like to line everything up first, figure out where everything's going to go, then start gluing and dimensioning. Dimensioning, is that a word? Adhering my dimensionals. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of this here. And kind of tuck that behind there. And there's, oops, and it's moved. Okay. And a little bit more on this one. It's kind of like I was going for a look of the flowers on the bush. You know, when you, like, they're still in the wild. If that makes sense. Okay. I'm going to have to get the other glue. Always have a backup. And we'll put that one here. And then a couple of dimensionals on the back of each of these. And we'll stick this one a little bit that way. And this one a little bit this way. Kind of going opposite. I think I'll go right about there. Then to bling it up a little bit, what I did is I got these cute iridescent pearls. You see some purple on here? It's because I actually colored these once before when they were on here with the card I was showing you guys. So I used the smallest little ones here. This takes a minute because there's quite a few. And it's going to use up quite a few pearls, but it looks cute. I was like, these pearls can just fit on that the little stamped image. I should say the part that's not stamped actually. And just bling it up. This adds a little bit of interest. I mean, we've already got a lot going on with that pattern, but it seems to just, to me, just finish it off. like, it looks unfinished to me without all the bling on it. Because it's an easy card, but I still want it to have a little wow factor to the person who receives it. I want them to be looking, oh, look at all, oh, yes. So, okay, and then we'll still put some bling around the card. And put one in the top corner. And one down the bottom here. And actually, let's go a little extra on this bling. I'll do one here too. There we go. So now we can see the difference in using, oops, upside down, in using vellum as a layer versus a solid piece of cardstock. I think that visually that softens this up. Now, one thing to remember is when you're doing this kissing technique, this is kind of busy. This pattern, there's a lot going on there. So don't have it right up against a pattern piece of paper, because it will just be it will be too much for your eyes to take. It's a lot. So that is actually why, because I even with it on the white, when it was straight down to this paper, it was too blended in. So this layer breaks it up visually, and I really do. Thanks, Becca, for the idea of the vellum. I always forget the vellum. So I think that just makes it very softer, really softer looking. And if you're thinking, wow, if you saw my my card class last week and you're like, that layout looks a little familiar. Yes, because this was the card I did last week, and I was like, you know what, I can just take this layout, add a little more to it, and we have a card. So use layouts, build on them, break them down. If you're going from this, you can break it down to this. You can visually use what you have, what you see on Pinterest, what you see in the catalog, and you can create brand new cards. So, because look at these. Do these actually look, apart from this big scallop die, they look similar, but they're very different visually. So there you go. That's your little tips and tricks for today. Remember the join special. I gotta tell you, because if I wasn't telling you, then I wouldn't be doing my job as a demonstrator, because this is the best deal in the catalog. If you want to join my team, you can join today. The link is in the description. You can choose, let me read this the right way, you can get this exclusive blue mini, $63 value, plus $175 of product, and all you take out of your pocket is $129. So that is a great deal. You can also get the white machine. I highly recommend the blue because it's just so much cuter. And for me, it ran through smoother. So I love the blue mini, the boho limited edition. Or just say you already had the minis, you don't need another die cutting machine, you can join $99 and get $175 worth of free product. That's an extra $50 of free product on all of these that we usually don't get. Usually when you join, it's $99 for $125. Until February 28th, it is $175 of product for $99, or $175 plus the boho for $129. Amazing deal, amazing deal. And guess what? There's no commitment. You don't even have to have a website, so you can have no website fees. It's not a big problem. You can join, you can try it out, you can see how you like getting sneak peeks and previews. We have some new product. I am waiting for my shipment now. I overnight FedEx Expressed it on the 1st, and today is the 7th, and it may just get here today. It got lost. It got stuck in Memphis. There was snow, there was ice, and then it sat here for 3 days in North Charleston. I don't know what happened. If I get it today, I'll do a little expose. No, a little unboxing on this new sneak peek product release that demonstrators were able to purchase on the 1st of February. And My overnight express was a birthday gift to myself because it was my birthday on the 1st. Yes. So that didn't work out. But anyway, I will do a little sneak peek because we could get it the 1st of February and customers can only get it the 1st of March. It's not even available to you yet. However, if you join right now, you can also get your hands on the new products. You can put these new exclusive sneak peek products into your starter kit today. Okay, so if that's something that interests you, contact me or go to my link and just join today. Would love to have you. We'll get you in the Facebook team group. We'll get you in the demonstrator only Facebook group run by Stampin' Up. So much inspiration, so many cards, so many creative people coming together. I love it. I love it. Okay, I hope you love this, and I hope you go and try the kissing technique, or I guess we can call that other one the kiss off technique, where you only have one color and you kiss off to another die with no ink on it. So kissing, kiss off. Okay, I'm going to take off and go get this video uploaded to YouTube. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. I would really appreciate it. And for all of you who watch me regularly, thank you so much. I really appreciate and value that you take your time to watch my videos. And I hope I inspire you, and I hope you go get creative. Take care, guys. Bye.